All right, guys, welcome to another Jolupad Quattro, whatever we're calling ourselves now, video. So this is a Thanksgiving edition video. Got a cooking challenge going on behind me here. The guys are preparing 3 separate sides. They're making mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and stuffing. Now they have 45 minutes to make each individual side. And as the head chef of the group, I will be judging their sides, and whichever one I feel is the best dish, that individual will be making that dish for our actual Thanksgiving dinner. So we'll see how these come out. I'm excited to taste some food. I'm also very hungry, as are the guys. So this might be a quick video so we can go ahead and eat. And it might be a cranky video because none of us have eaten, so we're hangry. So get back to you. All right, guys. So here at the Jolupad house, dry ass backyard. Not to put anybody on blast or nothing, but my dog is out here with me. Hey, Peytona. Just enjoying the weather. It's kind of nice out here. Look at this Texas sky. But wanted to come out here and do some early predictions. So we got Paul at stuffing, Joseph mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese is going to be interesting because Paul typically makes a mac and cheese casserole. I know Joseph's not a big fan of the casserole style mac and cheese. I'm not either. I prefer kind of like a wet, like made in the pot mac and cheese. So I think Joseph and Adrian are going to make that style. I want to give this one to Adrian. I feel like he might surprise me on this. He does some cooking. He might be using stuff out of a box, but hey, if it's good, it's good, right? So we'll see. I think Adrian has a chance on the mac and cheese. I think that's probably going to be the one that he has the best chance on. So let's see if my predictions are right. If they are, I'm going to go get a lotto ticket. I'm telling you that. A quick update here. I think all 3 guys are cooking some meat now. So this is going to be interesting. They're sharing a stove, so there's only so much space to work with. It's smelling good up in here. I wish you could smell this. All right, guys, we're nearing the 30-minute mark, which means we have a third of the way down.
I
think the guys are feeling the pressure.
I'm done. I'm pretty much done.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to make them panic more.
Joseph's playing it cool. These guys over here freaking out a little bit.
I'd rather take my step.
Feeling the pressure.
Give me another AR and M, bro.
But you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. There you go.
Dory, this is not whale.
All right, guys, now I want to get y'all's predictions. Now that you guys have seen each other start cooking, who do you guys think, based off of the ingredients so far, is going to win this challenge?
Jeff, you should have confidence in yourself at all times, no matter the situation.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Joseph?
Well, I don't know. I was using bacon, which I thought about using, but I feel like it's going to be DTM, so I'm going to say Adrian might be a sleeper for this one.
Okay, so we got Adrian sleeper. Adrian thinks he's winning. Paul?
I'm going to go with, I mean, I don't know how you're leaning as far as what you're looking for, but Joseph is the only one doing something from scratch, so he may have the advantage there.
It looks like it's all the same to me.
Trying to incorporate everything without much dangerous. Oh! Let me tell you, if we were judging this based off of entertainment, Joseph's in the lead, but we're not, so.
I'm a showman. Adrian, stop.
Look at that. Okay, Adrian's twerking. Okay, we got some points there. Paul, do you have any talents?
Look, he said points deducted. Yeah, my talent is to make good stuffing.
Okay, that's good. I think that could win you this competition.
Come on, winner.
All right, guys. So we got a little massage line going right now.
Cooking is number 1.
This is what really happens in kitchens, guys. This is why your meals take a long time to be made. So Joseph's peeling his potatoes. Like when you ask your husband to peel half the potatoes, this is what they look like. He peeled half the potatoes.
Well, that's what my wife asked me for.
We got Adrian panicking over his potatoes. Oh, okay. He's not panicking. Look at
I'm
him.
not actually.
He's cool as a cucumber.
Or my potato at the moment.
Let's give you a little preview here.
Bam.
Got Paul trying his dish back there.
Always taste your food.
Always taste your food.
Always taste your friends.
Always.
Too.
Look at my macaroni in a pot.
Got some wet.
Okay.
Got some macaroni in the pot. Got some wet.
Some wet.
Got some sauce in the pot. Got some wet. We got some, looks like brown sugar, maybe?
En mi cama, yeah. En tu casa, yeah.
No, you're fine.
Got some friendly competition over here. Emphasis on the friendly.
It's more just friendly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh no, it's okay. Go ahead, sir.
These guys are from Canada, in case you guys were not aware. I think as cooks, we all know that the kitchen can be very challenging and throw some curveballs at you. So, this process has definitely not been cut and dry. I think everybody's kind of faced some sort of challenge along the way, whether it's not getting the right flavor they're looking for, things being kind of cold, things not being done in time, multiple challenges. No, those are very different people. I will not call anyone out.
So one of the contestants is bald.
So are you guys excited for our Thanksgiving with friends?
Yeah.
Yes, chef.
Definitely, chef. Especially with these dishes coming through. I can't wait.
Yep.
Shut the fucking mouth. I heard that. He said the F word.
So I like to record the adversity moments. We had a utensil burn in that pot there. So make sure you guys are using the right utensils when it comes to cooking. Hayden's inspecting. Did you find anything good? She said, not in this kitchen. Dang. She roasted y'all. She said, I'm just going to stick to my dog food. Seasoning his mac and cheese. We'll leave it a surprise there behind the pot. Get to see what it looks like.
Macaroni in a pot, that's some wet and gushy.
I'm freaking out. Alright, that's right.
We're going to get this side over here. Looks like this is where all the action is going on right now. We got some
1
butter.
minute.
At the 1 minute mark, we got some butter going in. There's still time. Just got to get all the ingredients in there. Make sure the taste is what you're looking for.
45 seconds.
45 seconds.
45 seconds?
Joseph, let me get a little
Actually,
preview of
40
yours.
seconds is official time.
Official time, 40 seconds.
Okay, you got it
35
back.
seconds is official time.
Yeah.
35 seconds, thank you.
Just get it back on there. Yep.
Remember, you still have the plate.
30 seconds.
Well, I think this is y'all's round, guys.
I smell something over here.
20 seconds.
I think you might want to just make sure you get
15
something in the
seconds.
plate so you don't lose your chances.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Good luck.
6,
Good luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hands up.
Time. Hands up. No more touching your plates.
All right.
Focus,
Let's get to the judging table. I'm excited.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, so we're gonna start from my left to my right. So Joseph's is gonna be the last one. His is also the freshest, just came out, so he'll have a
I think that's fair. Yeah.
little time there too. But I'm gonna give the chefs or the sous chefs an opportunity to explain what they've prepared today.
Yes, chef. So what I have for you today is Stovetop Stuffing. It was pre-packaged.
Okay.
I decided to put my own twist to it and add Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage to it. I believe that the breakfast sausage will give it a little bit of that salty taste that may be bland for the package. So enjoy my dish.
Let's see. I'm gonna get me a little piece here with the sausage and everything in it. Make sure I get all the ingredients, taste it right. And I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give you real-time feedback, but I'm not gonna score them and choose one until it's all said and done. But I will give you guys some scores as well. So right off the bat, I get two very strong flavors, and it's a good strong flavor. So I'm getting butter, and I'm getting breakfast sausage, which is interesting. But you got to keep in mind, you're gonna be eating this with a Thanksgiving turkey or ham. So that was actually pretty good. Will it pair well with a turkey or ham? Not sure. But that was pretty good, man. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you,
Paul?
So, I too prepared you a stovetop stuffing. Now, the directions call for water and butter to be boiled together. I substituted water for chicken broth to give it more flavor.
Okay.
And then I also, as you had seen, cooked some spicy Italian sausage, some chopped up bacon. I also, in the same oil as the bacon and sausage, sauteed some celery and onion for you. And then for presentation, I went ahead and chopped up a little bit of chive for you, or green onion, I'm sorry, for presentation.
Okay.
Yes. And then, sorry, there's also notes of garlic, pepper, and of course salt for taste.
So definitely a fancier version of the stovetop. So this will be interesting to see. I definitely like the touch of the chicken broth. I think right off the bat that's going to pair well with turkey. So that is definitely a plus. Something to keep in mind here. And I'm going to make sure I get the green onion in here as well. I'm getting more diverse flavors in here. I like the green onion. It's a good touch. I'm not a huge fan of green onion, but it definitely adds to this. I get the bacon, the Italian sausage. You definitely get a lot of flavors with this one. So I like this one. I think it's great. I can definitely see it pairing well with a turkey. So, good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, chef.
Joseph.
Yeah, so I've also sauteed some onions and celery and some butter. And then mine was not boxed, so, I did go out of my way to try and prepare it as natural as possible. But rather than using bread and tearing it apart, I did buy prepackaged dried breadcrumbs, so that wasn't here. And then I've also chosen to do the sausage. In my opinion, I know you're not a fan of stuffing, but it's very hard to kind of like walk that line between it being too soft, like moist and like almost like a pudding, and it being like too hard and not moist enough. And I feel like I've got that for you today, so.
I definitely will point that out. I think just looking at them, there's a different texture to Joseph's. I think Adrian and Paul's both fell along the lines of kind of like a mushier. So I think this one probably holds to the more traditional stuffing texture so far, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we'll see if that...
as you saw, we topped it off, baked in the oven.
Topped it off, baked in the oven, extra long. Made me wait longer to eat. Just want to point that out there. So definitely more the traditional stuffing texture. I like the sausage. It's a good touch. It's going to be paired with a turkey and all the fixins. I feel like it's a little dry for my taste. Stuffing should be a little on the drier side, but I think it's needed a little bit more moisture, maybe some added like butter. But this is good. I want to point out all three stuffings actually surprised me. I think they all had a lot of flavor. I don't like stuffing. I honestly thought I was going to have to like force some of these down. But any one of these, I'd be happy to eat with Thanksgiving dinner.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef.
There was definitely one that stood out to me as the most flavorful, and there was one that stood out to me as the least flavorful. So I think we're going to go ahead and eliminate one. Joseph suggested for added tension. This is a competition, so we want there to be competitiveness and we want some tension. The one I felt had the least amount of flavor was probably Joseph's. And part of that was the dryness. I think if there was a little bit more butter, I think that would kind of enhance the flavors of everything. So to kind of bring that out, I think I could have done a little bit better there. So we're going to go ahead and eliminate Joseph's.
Thank you, chef.
Okay. So the one that I found the most flavorful and I feel like is going to pair best with our Thanksgiving meal is Paul's stuffing.
Thank you,
So
Chef.
good job there. I actually, like he mentioned too, towards the end, he said chive stood out, bacon stood out. Definitely some powerful flavors. So I think that was a good choice, going bold with those flavors. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
I'd like to thank my competitors as well. Thank you.
Good job. Good sportsmanship.
You guys
Round 2. Fight.
Joseph coming through with the strategies both rounds. He got the extra long time in the oven, spilling his drink by accident. This time we're gonna start from my right to my left.
Wow, I get called in.
Just brighten. Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna start on my right. So Joseph's gonna go first.
Chef, it's just some traditional, can't go wrong with some mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Just boiled them, some salt water, add a little bit of seasoning to it, and a little bit of potato skins. Heard from the grapevine that Chef might like some potato skins, so
That's good. Always good to cook for the chef.
you'll have that. And then after you taste the mashed potatoes, you can get another spoonful with a little dipping of the gravy there. So
Okay. So we went with the white gravy, which is interesting. I personally like a brown gravy with my turkey Thanksgiving better, but I do prefer a white gravy in general 364 days out of the year over a brown gravy. So
this is actually a brown gravy recipe,
Mhm.
but it was a little too thick, so I added some milk,
okay.
which is why it appears to be like a beige gravy.
Beige gravy.
It's a
Yes.
light tan.
And we'll zoom in on the camera so you can see what that looks like. Either way, I'm excited to see what it tastes like. See what it tastes like. Okay. Very flavorful. I think the potatoes themselves are solid. I think there's some good taste behind it. The spices are good. It's not overly salted. It's not going to overpower any of the other foods. We'll see what the gravy does to the potatoes. It is going to be judged with the gravy.
And without.
With the gravy. But right off the bat, the potatoes are awesome. I like those. Let's see what it's like with the gravy. I'm going to do about half and half here. I don't want the
Probably
gravy to over...
The less the better.
The less the better. Okay. Thank you, Chef. That did not overpower the potatoes. I feel like it added a flavor, but it's kind of subtle. I don't feel like it changed the flavor a whole lot, which is actually kind of a good thing because I think the potatoes stand alone pretty well. So overall, pretty solid. I like that one. Now, this one I'm interested in seeing what the hell is going on here. Paul.
So this one is a cheddar bacon scalloped potato, baked as like a casserole. It's got garlic parmesan breadcrumbs on it, and then of course cheddar cheese, and then there is some green onion on top again for color and a little bit of extra taste. Now there is ham and onions inside of it as well to help with the flavor profile. And then again, salt, garlic, pepper to taste. So this should pair well with the stuffing. As far as an overall meal, depending on what you're looking for, this is definitely not going to be a traditional Thanksgiving flavor profile. But as far as compared to what's already been presented, I think this should be pretty good. So
Okay.
again, it's my first time making scalloped potatoes, so.
I'm excited. I saw you putting it together. I was a little concerned at first because all I saw was a ton of onion and some sauce. But then I saw the rest of the ingredients come together too. So we'll see how it all blends together. An interesting choice going with a casserole. Again, you are working against tradition, but also tradition can be boring. So do you want to go that route? So bold move. It's definitely hot. Yours came out last. Definitely a lot of steam coming out. It was good. I feel like I mainly taste cheese and ham. I don't taste the onion a lot, which is good. I feel like you don't want a very oniony potato, especially for everything else that's going to be coming along with it. I think I expected a little bit more flavor coming out of this, but all I really get is the cheese and the ham. I feel like everything else is very subtle. which you are pairing it with some other strong flavors. So do you want it to be too strong or very strong? Do you want it to be a little more subtle? Kind of unsure right now where I'm leaning, but it's very good. For a first time, this is solid. This is awesome. I think I would eat this on any regular day. I just gotta think about, would we want to eat this with a turkey or ham? But good job.
Thank you, chef.
Okay, so this one's the one I'm the most excited about. Let me make sure I don't have any green onion, so I don't want to give you an unfair advantage. Adrian, tell us about yours.
Yeah, chef. So this is a traditional mashed potatoes. I guess different from Joseph's. I peeled the potatoes when I boiled them.
Okay.
The boiling time went a little bit more than I expected, chef. So it's not exactly how I wanted it to come. I wanted to have bacon crumbs over it.
Okay.
I guess within the mashed potato. But what I present today is 2 baby bacon strips to assist with the lately boiled potato.
Okay. I'm excited to try it. I don't know how I'm gonna get this in there.
I prefer you free. Excuse me.
Okay, let's see if I can.
Just get your fingers in there,
cut
chef.
through.
Chef,
Okay.
please.
Make sure I get that green onion to give you the most fair shot. Now, I will say, from the spoonful itself, I can see that some of the potatoes are still firm. I see chunks in here, so I know you had some trouble towards the end mashing them as well. So visually, I can see a difference so far. I like the bacon. I honestly was hoping for a bacon within the potatoes itself. I feel like you can't go wrong with bacon on anything, but mashed potatoes and bacon, probably some of my favorite combinations. But I feel like you're missing a little bit on the spices. It's a little cold and a little firm on the potatoes. So I know you had some trouble with the boiling, and I feel like that carried over into the overall experience. But good try.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that my least favorite dish right now was Adrian's. I know you had some trouble. Probably could have presented something a little bit better if you had a little more time. But at this point, yours is gonna be my least favorite. With that said, I will go ahead and announce which one I feel was the best dish out of the 3. And for our meal, one that was just the best as a standalone, and one that was the best for the meal overall. Actually, in this case, they're the same for me. And I would go ahead and choose Joseph's. I feel like Joseph has the most experience making mashed potatoes out of the 4 of us. He keeps it traditional, spiced it up with the gravy, but the gravy did not overpower the already good traditional mashed potatoes. And I feel like that is a great fit for the overall dish. So good job. Paul's, yours is awesome too. I feel like the potatoes probably needed a little bit more seasoning on it because the potatoes were kind of lost in the flavor profile. I got the cheese, I got the onion, I got the ham, but I didn't really taste any potato in there. So maybe some spices before you put it in to bake, I feel like could have enhanced it, but that was an awesome dish there. So definitely hope that we can eat that again. But
Thank you, Jeff.
good job, guys.
Final round. Fight.
All right, guys. Final challenge. Everyone's looking tired. Couple people look defeated. Let's wrap up. Let's make it a strong one. This time it's macaroni and cheese. I didn't think there was gonna be a lot of variety, but there's definitely some variety in here. And as expected, Paul's is the brightest. So kept it consistent. I like his cooking style and his approach. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let him start first this time. And go ahead and tell us about your dish.
All right, so I made macaroni.
Nice, okay. So you made some macaroni.
Yeah, so it's macaroni. It's got bacon in it. It's got steamed broccoli, and I also sauteed the broccoli in the leftover bacon fat just to give it that extra flavor. Tried to season it a little bit with salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic. Added additional cheddar cheese to give it that sharper macaroni flavor, cheddar cheese flavor. And then I also sprinkled some paprika on top for color and a little bit of a spice.
So definitely a lot going on with this one. I'm excited to see what the broccoli tastes like with the macaroni.
The center is like just broccoli only and bacon for presentation. So if you want to get into the
I can scoop this way and get. I got macaroni. I got bacon. I got broccoli.
Got a handful.
Yep, got some extras here. But I think I got a little bit of everything here. Let's see how it tastes.
finger looking good. You see that?
You're right. I definitely like that. I like mac and cheese. I like broccoli, which I didn't if you would ask me in 2019. I like the broccoli. I like the bacon. I like the macaroni and cheese. I feel like all of them work individually. I don't know how the broccoli is going to fit with the rest of the meals, but that's an awesome dish by itself. So that's kind of where I'll leave it for now, and we'll see how the other ones stack up. But that was great. I like that.
You chef.
Let's go with Adrian.
Well, so this is just a more kind of traditional macaroni. I use macaroni shells as the noodle for the noodle, and for the cheese, I wanted to use American cheese as well as cheddar jack in combination. So I went kind of more of a lighter appearing macaroni. And then just in addition for extra taste, I put a garlic salt, and the chives are just for presentation. You do not have to eat those.
Okay. I'm excited to try it. I definitely noticed it's a lot more wet than anybody else's macaroni. And as Cardi B says, macaroni in a pot, that's some wet. So let's see if this would make her proud. You said this is a white cheddar?
It's like a cheddar jack in American.
Okay. I feel like this is more traditional as far as the like wet macaroni style. I like the style. I like the flavor. It's different, but yet still kind of traditional as far as the wet. I like it. It's a good kind of classic macaroni and cheese. Minus the chives, because I don't know who puts the chives in macaroni and cheese. But this one's good. I like it. Joseph.
Yes. So I also just went with more of a traditional macaroni and cheese. I considered doing the shells, but thought I'd just go with the classic noodles. This has a combination of sharp cheddar, Colby Jack, and Monterey Jack. And then it's been made from scratch. So my secret ingredient is a little bit of the plastic ladle. So if you taste anything that really stands out to you, that's got to be what it is.
Okay. I do want to question here for the audience. What cheeses do you use in your macaroni and cheese? I feel like all of you guys use somewhat of a different cheese. I've looked into some recipes myself, and I heard some very like different cheeses, like a Gouda and all these other like weird things. And I was like, I did not realize macaroni and cheese was anything other than like cheddar. So comment down below what cheeses you use. Oh, got some chive on there. I could definitely see the spoon in here, the red spoon that melted.
No, that's not spoon, chef.
I just took a bite of something firm.
No, sir.
I'm sorry?
Continue.
Thank you. It's good. I feel like it's kind of in between where it's like it wants to be like a wet macaroni and cheese, but so one of the cheeses is very like kind of stringy, almost like you would like a mozzarella. So it's not quite melty and wet like this one, but it has a really good flavor, minus the crunch from the spoon. So I like it. I'm concerned that the spoon's not going to be a good mix with the rest of the dish, though. So something to keep in mind.
I disagree, but I can say third spoonful.
It's honestly like the person that won did not win by a lot. I don't even want to eliminate one because I think that they're all so good that it's like hard to even pick one, let alone eliminate one. So you don't have to be embarrassed this time, Adrian.
Okay.
But I think you don't have to be embarrassed because honestly, I think I would pick yours as the best fit out of the 3 dishes to pair with the rest of our meals. I really like the creaminess of it. Maybe it's because I haven't had mac and cheese in a long time, but like that is what I remember mac and cheese to feel like and taste like. Like the flavors are strong, the texture is great, and it's just classic in my opinion. Yours is also really great, and like I wanted to like yours both are like pretty strong competitors, and I think they're more on the traditional end. His is funky, and I like bacon. Like anything you put bacon on, I'm gonna like it. Broccoli is awesome, but I think to Joseph's point, I feel like this is kind of a standalone meal. Like that's what I would eat this with, is like by itself, which says a lot out of the dish because it's meant to be a side, but I could eat that by itself. So I think that they're all really strong, but ultimately I think this is gonna be too strong and heavy, considering we're gonna have either like ham, turkey, mashed potatoes, all the other stuff. So I think just for that reason, I would not go with this one. And then I think I just like the texture of this one better than yours. So I think I'll give this one to Adrian.
Thank you, Chef.
Don't make me regret it.
You won't get it, Chef.
I already do. So, do y'all have any final thoughts before we close out for the night? Get to eat?
This was a fun competition. It was tiring. You might see the transition on camera like over time, but it's exhausting. You can probably see from the lighting, like this was an all day thing.
Yeah.
So.
And we had some breaks in between, kind of just a quick cool down, get ready for the next one, get something to drink. But clean, yep. So definitely shout out to all the cooks out there, especially those that are going to be doing most of the cooking for Thanksgiving. I think it's going to be a very interesting Thanksgiving. I think every year we've kind of, no offense to you guys, but I feel like Paul and I have kind of taken on the bulk of the meal. But this year is going to be interesting. Each of you guys won a specific item, and so each person's going to bring something to the table. And I feel like it's going to, it's going to mesh very well, I feel like. I think when we'll show you guys, and maybe in a separate video, we'll see how we decide to play this out, what the Thanksgiving meal itself actually looked like. But I'm honestly super excited. I don't know how you guys feel about that meal.
It's going to come up good. And what are we, 2 weeks out?
2 weeks out?
2 weeks out, yeah.
Yeah.
So plenty of time for you to change your mind.
Yeah. And I'll just say for people that do not cook regularly, like myself, definitely.
Anything supposed to move?
But I think this is a fun experience for me too. It was stressful first coming in. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, I had hair before the video. But definitely recommend trying it with your friends and family. Maybe this would be a good time to do it.
Yep. I just want to say, I want you to try all 3 of mine on the same plate and tell me they don't all go together. That's just saying.
Well, all of them have bacon in them.
But not all of them have bacon.
Well, and that's been your first episode of
To be determined.
I'll fill it in later.
It's
I was
like,
like, please God, turn me to a bird 6 times far away.
and then isn't in Home Alone, Kevin singing this one too?
He dead right now.
I know which one I've actually grown.